going on, everyone? Tech Me Out here, and I am back again with episode, I want to say 8 of Top Amazon Deals. So in this video, if you're not familiar with the series, what I'm going to be showing you are some tech recommendations of things that are currently offered on Amazon right now for a discounted price. Now, a few of these items are also going to have some coupon codes. That way you can get even more money off of the item that interests you. So everything that I'm mentioning in the video, the item and their coupon code will be supplied for you down below in the description box. So without any further ado, let's talk. Now, this first item comes from a company known as EasyAct, and a few months ago I reviewed one of their items, which was a speaker that I was really impressed with. So today I have 2 more items from this company that I'm going to be introducing to all of you that are equally just as nice. The first of the 2 is this charging station. Now, I personally use it to hold my phones and battery packs to charge them up occasionally, but you can use it to store your phones, tablets, pens, and other office supplies. I tend to keep mine within my cubicle organizer to house my other devices that I don't use per se every day, but I do want easy access to by keeping them out of a drawer of some form. So the cables rest under the stand and they come out of the side here to charge your device up. And the top and the bottom piece are held together with the help of a magnet that's going to prevent them from accidentally sliding apart during use. The make of it is from a leather-like material and it feels very sturdy from the entire build of it onto the separators that hold your devices. Now, I've been using mine for a couple of weeks thus far and I haven't had any issues with it. The only thing I would say is that you do have to take into consideration what type of charging hub you're going to use, as you do have limited space within the bottom of the charging station. And while we're speaking about charging stations, I have to show you this 20,000 milliamp portable battery. This has to be the smallest 20,000 milliamp power bank that I think I have personally come across. Now, most power banks with this type of capacity are much larger than this. So for this one to be as compact and fast as it is, I was left pretty impressed. It has a nice sturdy, what seems to be an aluminum build, and is stated to be 20% lighter and 30% smaller than most power banks in its category. Now, along the side, you have 2 quick charge 3.0 ports, so everything gets charged at a rapid pace. You also have a power button to manually shut the portable charger on and off. Now, along the top of it, you're going to find a 4-dot indicator system to let you know the battery life of the power bank. So for example, you can charge an iPhone 6s 8 times or a Galaxy S7 4 times on just 1 charge. And if you've been watching my videos, you already know how I feel about power banks that are this size and capacity. They're the ones that I like to carry the most with me because you get so much power in one package. And now I can do so in an even more compact way without having to sacrifice charging speeds or capacity. Now, while we're on the topic of phones, I do have some cases for those of you that might need one for your iPhone. These are made by ZVE. I really don't know how to pronounce the name. But nonetheless, what you get in the package are 3 cases with 3 different types of builds. And it's only $20. So one case is just your regular standard case, nothing special about that one. Now, the second case has a ring on it. So the purpose of this is so that you can get a better hold on your phone without actually having to physically grip it. So as you can see, I'm just pretty much balancing this on my finger here. So if my phone was in here, I wouldn't even have to actually grip it. All I have to do is pretty much balance it like this, which is pretty nice, and plus the ring will serve as a stand for you. And then on the third case, you have a kickstand built into it that does have a magnet to hold it in place as well, but ultimately you can use this like the ring if you wanted to by slipping your fingers in there so that you can hold your phone, or rather balance it instead of grip it. Or you can use it as a stand by letting the magnet snap into place and then just place it down in the orientation that you want, as you can look at your phone in landscape mode, or you can flip it up and look at it in portrait mode. Now, each case does have a pretty large lip on the front to protect your device when you lay it face down. And I will go ahead and give you a heads up, the cases are really thick, like outer box thick. So if you're not a fan of thick cases, I don't know how you might feel about these. But it's made of hard plastic on the outside and soft TPU on the inside. All buttons and ports were still easy to access and use, so you don't sacrifice anything there. But I'd say this 3-in-1 package might be for those of you out there that like versatility in the way that your case performs. You don't want to just be limited to one option, so you get all 3. So in my previous videos, I've mentioned getting a Gadget Organizer for my book bag. And since then, I have invested in one. And although it's currently not discounted, I felt that some of you out there might be able to benefit from it just as I have. So the one that I decided to go with ran me around $15. And it's packed with tons of compartments to house things like your SD cards, cables, hard drives, battery packs, headphones, and even your tablet. Now, I personally tend to use mine for my cables, my battery packs, my hard drive, and my headphones. And it has saved me a ton of time in locating things in my book bag because all I have to do is pull this little organizer out and everything is laid out for me right at a glance. Plus, it has a zipper to enclose everything securely, so you don't have to worry about something possibly coming loose and being found at the bottom of your book bag when it should be in that organizer. And honestly, you could just carry this around as it can hold your tablet and your cables and anything else that you might need, but I haven't quite reached that level of being minimal, so I just tend to carry this in my book bag. And I gotta say, it matches my bag quite well. Now, I have done a video on this particular book bag that I'm speaking of, so if you're interested in it, I'll link it down below in the description box, as well as the video where I discuss the bag in it. But this particular organizer is standard now when I go out because it's nice to have a lot of pockets in your book bag, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget where I put things in my book bag, even though I have little sections that in my mind are like, this is where I'm gonna put my cables, and this is where I'm gonna put my hard drives or whatever else. I still sometimes either get something lost in the bag or forget where I put it. But with this organizer, I can see everything at a glance and I know exactly where everything is. So for this next item, I have for you all a JBL Pulse LED Bluetooth speaker. If you want to enjoy a cool light show while you listen to your music, then this is a popular speaker to check out on a discounted price, bringing it down to $100. You get hours of playback with your controls found along the top, and it's made by JBL, which, if you don't know, is a reputable brand, so I would assume that it sounds and performs pretty well. Now, for all of my drone fans or those that want to be drone fans so that they can record their own drone footage, the DJI Phantom 3 is currently offered, if you're not aware, for a reasonable price, especially considering what you get. So the Phantom 3 is currently going for around $492 on Amazon. And what it allows you to do is get 2K footage, 25 minutes of flight time. It comes with an 8GB SD card, and it provides a live video streaming over Wi-Fi to your mobile device. So it's probably not as great as the DJI drones that have been released after this, but that price is much easier on the pocket for those of you that might be interested in getting into the drone market. Next up are some on-ear wireless headphones for $30. It includes a built-in mic and the battery can last up to around 8 hours. You also have your media controls that are going to be found along the ear cup and a leather-like headband and ear cups. It looks like it would be pretty comfortable, but of course there's only one way to find out. Now, if you've been wanting yourself a pair of Beats, the Beats 2 wired headphones, so not wireless headphones, are currently going for $118 on Amazon. So these are certified refurbished headphones, so you save a little bit off the retail value of it, which is around $140, $150, depending on where you're purchasing them from. And like I said, they are wired, so you're not gonna have that wireless capability, but you have yourself a pair of Beats. Now, if you need some speakers for your desk setup, the Saatchi speakers, which might I add are just absolutely gorgeous, are currently offered at a discounted price. So you're gonna save about $5, but just look at these things. These speakers look like the type that you would just gaze at as you just listen to them. They just look so stunning. Every time I see them, I just have to pause and just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, which is quite possible. But the volume control for the speakers is actually found on the cable and not the speakers themselves. It's a plug and play setup, so it should be fairly easy to get them up and running. So ultimately, you get a reasonably priced pair of speakers to adorn your desk setup. Now, something else you can add to that desk setup, especially if you're going for a bamboo theme, is this bamboo keyboard and mouse. So I wanted to show you this not only because of its price, but also because of its design. I mean, just look at it. If it doesn't make you stare for just a few seconds longer than normal, then I don't know, like, I haven't seen anything like this before. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I see this as maybe being something to look into if you're going for that bamboo theme on your desk setup. Or maybe you just like bamboo material. Or maybe you just like tech that's made of bamboo. Between the two, I'd be more concerned with how the mouse performs. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of interesting that on the keyboard, they actually have some media buttons in the top left so you can play and pause what you're listening to, or you can have your quick buttons in the top right where you can launch your calculator or your mail or the internet. If you're Team Mac, you won't be able to use this. So Windows users, have at it and enjoy. And if you do purchase it, let me know how it performs, because I don't know. I know the ratings seem fairly good, but nothing beats your own. So before you get out of here, be sure that you check that description box, not only for the items, but also for their coupon codes if they have one, as these coupon codes will be available for a limited time. And while you're down there, I also have a 30-day free trial for Amazon Prime in the event that you're interested in giving it a go. I personally use it, and I will say the thing that I love the most about it is the free 2-day shipping and same-day delivery on select items. That right there is probably like the main reason why I continue to pay for Amazon Prime, aside from everything else that you get, because you get a lot of stuff with it. So if you're interested in trying it out to see what all the hype might be about, or just to give it a go so that you can get free 2-day shipping for at least a month, then the free trial for you is going to be down below in the description. But if you want more of this series and you have not yet hit that thumbs up button, please go ahead and do so now. That way I know. Also be sure to share this video, especially with any of your family and friends out there that you know might be addicted to Amazon or could just appreciate some tech for the low. Drop a comment down below on the tech items that you would love to know the deals on. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.